Salut, je m'appelle Lindy, je suis américaine qui vit en France depuis plus de 6 ans. And I know we've explored several of the bigger cities in the Lorraine region, such as Nancy and Metz, but I decided today it would be fun to explore some of the less known hidden gems around or between Nancy and Metz. On our list today is a stop at the third largest Roman aqueduct in Europe. Then we'll go to this cool village rich in history. Next is an American monument memorial with a cool viewpoint, as well as a city known for its monopoly on paper mâché, papier mâché. So stay tuned for all of that in this video. So for our first stop, we are visiting the Roman aqueduct in ars-sur-moselle. It dates back to the 2nd century AD and it links the banks of the Moselle. It originally had 110 columns, but now only 17 remain. It originally transported water from Gors to the thermal baths and fountains in Metz. And this aqueduct goes from 208 meters above sea level to 184 meters. And it's actually one of the best preserved monuments of the Western Roman Empire. And as I mentioned, it is the third largest in Europe. It's been restored several times since 1837, but since has been abandoned for one of three hypotheses, rather because of landslides or a lack of stability due to potential earthquakes, or just due to the many changes in land ownership. But if you're in the area, it is quite a cool little stop, so if you have some time, just to come check out and see. Our next stop is hattonchâtel. This medieval village is located on a rocky highland and it was fortified in the 9th century by Hatton, who was the bishop of Verdun, and he gave the village its name. Then the citadel was destroyed in 1634 by orders of Richelieu, who was the cardinal priest. Then there was an American benefactor, Miss Belle Skinner. She helped to restore the town from the damage from the First World War with a very generous contribution, especially for the time, of $1 million. And with her help, the castle, the town hall, a local school, a library, several monuments, and about 20 homes, as well as electricity and water. However, she did pass away in 1928 after contracting pneumonia, but she was awarded the Medal of French Gratitude in 1919 and the Legion of Honor from the French government 2 years later. So as you can see, hattonchâtel is super adorable, very calm, quiet, and not only is it charming, but it also offers some great views of the French countryside. We are currently at Butte de Montsec, or the Mound of Montsec. This World War I monument was created in order to commemorate the American soldiers who fought in this region in 1917 and 1918. You can see in the middle there's a relief map that illustrates the battles fought here. As well, there are also several inscriptions engraved around the monument of the different villages in the region that were liberated by the American troops. If you want to continue your history tour, there's also an American cemetery in Thiaucourt, which is nearby, where 4,153 of these soldiers are buried. But if you're just stopping here, you can definitely enjoy a beautiful view of the Lake Madine, as well as the Côte de Meuse. Our last stop for this video is in the city of Pont-à-Mousson. I did do a bike ride to the city last fall, but didn't have much time to explore, so that's what we're going to do today. Currently, the city has a population of 15,000, but its history starts back in the 11th century with the construction of a bridge, pont, and it was used as a road to the butte de Mousson. Hence why we call it Pont-à-Mousson, the bridge to Mousson. Then in the 19th century, the town underwent an industrial revival with the construction of the pont-à-mousson foundries in 1856. And a foundry is simply a workshop or factory that casts metal. And there are still many in operation today. In 1870, Pierre Hat, he founded a lacquered cardboard, aka papier mâché or paper mâché factory, and the city actually had a monopoly over paper mâché for a very long time. Therefore, our main stop today is the Paper Mâché Museum, also known as le Musée au fil du papier. So we'll see some of the history of the city, learn about how the University of Lorraine was founded in Pont-à-Mousson, learn about the foundries, and of course, see lots of objects in paper mache with both the 19th century and the Belle Époque style. We just visited the museum for the paper mache. Honestly, I thought it would be cooler than it was. It does have a lot of history, which is cool, and some objects, but I just thought there would be more objects in paper mache. It is free though if you're a student, or at a reduced rate it's €3. If not, for regular price it's €5. Okay, so we have come to the end of our little cute day trip. I really enjoyed it overall. I was trying to think if I had like a favorite one, but I think it really depends on the reason for why you might like something. If you want more of like a small city, Pont-à-Mousson is your best bet. But if you want more like little village vibes, definitely recommend hattonchâtel. And then those other spots have some great viewpoints as well. So let me know your thoughts in the comments, and also if you have any other recommendations, I would love to keep exploring, so leave those below in the comments as well. Now, if you've visited the Lorraine region, you know that it's very luscious green, especially in the summer and spring months. Very beautiful, lots of countryside. So definitely saw that while on my drive. But I was kind of surprised there are a lot of gîtes, which is like bed and breakfast. But I think it makes sense because there's a lake, and then it's near some of the larger cities of Nancy and Metz, but then you're still in the countryside. Kind of cool. Okay, until next time, à la prochaine. Gros bisous. Ciao.